Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today for our Dream Career Masterclass. And look, if you've ever felt that feeling of just not feeling excited to go to work on a Monday anymore, maybe the work is just making you roll your eyes and think, oh, here we go again. If you are suffering from the Sunday scaries or you're just feeling really stuck or a little bit lost in your work at the moment, I really hope that today is going to help you. It could be time for a shift in your career, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to have to be a complete overhaul. So bear with me. Don't get scared. Look, it could mean leaning more into areas of passion or interest in your current role. We can look at options for promotions. And yes, we can even look today about the potential for taking a brave leap into something new entirely. Because the truth is, there is a more fulfilling job out there for you. You don't have to spend another year doing work that just drains you. What you need here is clarity, a bit of a roadmap, and some guidance to help make that change in a way that's going to be sustainable and real for you. And that's why we're here today at the Dream Career Masterclass. So, at Views Professional Development, we're really passionate about helping you create a career that energizes you, one that aligns with your values, brings out your best, and changes along with your life. You've got so much to offer, and we really want to help you get in touch with that and find the right career for you for the right stage of life that you're in. So, in this masterclass today, I'm going to be walking you through our 5 step process that's going to help you define your dream career. We're also going to look at some real world examples of people, including some of my own clients, who have successfully made changes in their career at different stages of their life to bring things into alignment. So, if you haven't already, download the workbook and we can take a look and dive in and get started. All right. So, the first step here, we're going to be talking about your vision and values. And so, for your job to be truly fulfilling, it's important that you start here. We need to ask, what does success look like for me now? Everyone's version of success it is different, so it's important here to clarify your big life goals, how you want to spend your time, the kind of money you need or want to earn, and also the values that matter most to you. Is it recognition? Is it family? Is it flexibility for travel? What's important to you right now? So jot down these questions here and spend a little bit of time thinking about them, even journaling on them. I'm a big promoter of journaling. It's so easy to lie to yourself in your head, but there's something about writing things down on paper that cuts through the noise and helps you get in touch with the real answers here. So ask what success looks like for you right now. What makes you feel fulfilled? And look, what do you really value? So a little bit of an example here. Sheryl Sandberg, of course, a great one here, former CEO of Facebook. So what she did, she aligned her career vision with her values of leadership and empowering women in the workplace. And you can see what she achieved there because that focus on supporting women really redefined what it means to be a leader in tech. Another example here that's a little bit more down to earth and real world is Louise, my local florist. So she left a successful legal career in the city to open a flower shop because she got in touch with her values. She wanted a life that gave her the freedom to travel, to connect with her community. She knew that was really important to her, but also to spend time outdoors with beautiful things. So that was a great big pivot there, but she really is thriving and pursuing major contracts in her business as a florist, but she's also living life on her terms. Another great example here is my boss, Belinda. She is amazing in the town planning industry, and she's also navigating, her life as a business owner. And she really does an amazing job of prioritizing family while also becoming a leader in the field. So she actually founded the National Association of Women in Construction. She mentored her daughter in the industry. She was certainly a great mentor to me as well. And I think that, the way that she got in touch with her values and organized her priorities around that and built work around that created a really successful but truly fulfilling career for her as well. Another example I want to share, actually, I don't have a picture, but one of my recent clients. So she initially defined success by climbing the corporate ladder as an accountant. But as her life evolved, so did her vision of success. And this is so important. Life isn't linear and your career doesn't need to be either. So my client, she recognized that now she really values flexibility at this stage because she wants to spend time with her young family. And so she's now lent towards a career that really allows her to have both professional fulfillment and also that personal balance that she wants at this stage. So I think that embracing flexibility is the key point in this step. Your vision of success, it is something that's dynamic. It's not something that you can set at 19, go to uni in that degree and just stay on that ladder forever and ever. Look, your vision of success, it will evolve as your life changes. Don't feel lost. This is normal. So regularly revisit your vision and adjust it to match your current goals. Another great tip here is to seek out role models and try to maintain that healthy work life balance and stay in touch with yourself because you do deserve long term satisfaction from your work, both professionally and personally as well. So it's important to take these moments to reflect on your own definition of success right now. What values are you honoring when you feel most fulfilled? Let's get some clarity around that. All right, moving on to step two, and that is your strength. So, when we're talking about strengths, this can be a bit of a tricky one because if you've ever been to a networking event and been asked, what do you do? Look, it can be such a tricky question that our role titles aren't always indicative of the actual tasks that we do, especially since many of us wear multiple hats. So, for your career to be really fulfilling, it needs to align with your natural skills, strengths, and passions. So, in this step, instead of defining your job title, I want you to ask, what am I great at? And this is a really different viewpoint to look at it. It's a great quote here from Oscar Wilde: be yourself, everyone else is taken. Let's get in touch with that in this step. Great example here, Julia Child. She actually began her career in intelligence during World War II. Such a fascinating way yeah, make her entrance. But she really found that her passion was for French cooking later in life. And she pivoted to become one of the most successful and loved chefs. And I think that this one's really important as an example because it shows that it's never too late to pursue new interests and that it's not as hard as what you think it's going to be to bridge that gap. I get clients all the time telling me that I'm too old to make a change or I've come too far up this ladder to start at the bottom of a new one. I really want to challenge that thought in this step because other people have done it and I know that you can too. Once you've got a couple of things in place, you will be amazed at how easy it is to actually make some changes. Another example here. So Ken, he started out as a physician. You probably recognize him from television now, though, because he discovered a passion for comedy and acting. So he made this transition into a career in entertainment. But I think that this is another example that just really shows that you can pivot dramatically when you follow your true passion. Your strengths, they're your superpower. They are what sets you apart. So take some time to discover what does make you stand out. Use some of these prompts. Like think about what gives you most satisfaction at your current job, or what are you able to do naturally, quickly, or with joy that other people just don't seem to find so easy to do. Another great question to ask yourself is what skills do you need to do those things really well? And start breaking it down into the specifics. You can ask your friends. It's amazing what they know about us. But you can also pay attention to what your coworkers approach you for help for. That's really telling. If you find that you're always getting asked for help in a specific area, that's a tell that's one of your really great areas of strength. Even if it's something that you think, oh, this is so easy, anyone could do that. So once you've done a little bit of research there, I want you to even break down your three greatest achievements to date and think about the kind of strengths and skills that you brought to the forefront to achieve those things. And that can be another really great way to get in touch with what makes you uniquely positioned in the job market. It'll really help you just uncover those hidden gems. So, one of the ways that I go about this is using the strengths track assessment. So that's included in my career planning with that is included in my career planning program. But it is also something that I can do just in a couple of sessions of one-on-one career coaching with you. So if you are interested in diving into this a little bit more, understanding what makes you uniquely valuable in the job market and how we can approach that, I would really encourage you just to book in a couple of sessions with me and we can do this assessment together and yeah, start unpacking for you because I've seen such great results from this one tool. Okay, now we're on to step three. And this is where we get creative and start brainstorming some potential career ideas. So, in this step, it isn't actually about being practical. I want you to park the practical thoughts for one moment here, just for this step. What we want to do is to break out of the box and explore every possibility. Nothing is a silly idea here. It's about aiming for as many ideas as you can think of. I want you to write down at least 10. Push yourself here. Reflect on your passions, your strengths, and your values from the previous steps to inspire some of your brainstorming here. But I want you to dream big. So sit down, claim some time to yourself, revisit your notes from the previous steps, and I want you to write down those 10 ideas. At least if you can do 20, even better. Couple of examples here to get you thinking. Former CEO of PepsiCo, you might know Indra. So she started her career in product management, but she found her calling in corporate strategy and really rose to the top of a major corporation by aligning her strengths with her career path. Another great example here. So Elena, so she's the CEO of Women Who Code, and she pivoted from being in a marketing focused career to running a non-profit that advocates for women in technology. And she really was guided by her passion for empowering women in the tech industry there. And look, it led her into a leadership role in an entirely new field, but that fit her like a glove. Recent example from one of my clients as well. So she was working in publications, but she felt really stuck. And when she did some brainstorming, she really discovered that her passion was more for working with nonprofits. And now she's interviewing for roles in the nonprofit sector that are more aligned with her values and interests. And she's actually more excited than ever about her future. So this brainstorming process, it is all about discovery. We want to get you unstuck. Let your imagination run wild. Don't check yourself on this one. Let's just see where it leads. Don't judge or filter any ideas. Just let them flow. We want to see if we can get excited about something here. All right. Once you've done that, step four is where we do get a little bit more practical and we do some research. So I want you to go back to your brainstorming list now that it's completed. And I want you to highlight just the top 3 to 5 career choices. And I want you to try and get it as close to just three as possible, because the level of research that we're going to want to do to understand the implications of these top three options, we don't, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time here. And if you try to do it on all 10 ideas, you can get a little bit overwhelmed. So go through your brainstorming list, just highlight the top three. And if we do the research and none of those ideas grow legs, that's fine. We'll go back to the brainstorm list. It's going to be there waiting for us. We haven't lost it. But for now, let's just run with the top three ideas. So research really is the key here. We're going to do some exploration on LinkedIn. This is a great place to get started to learn more about professionals in your chosen fields. So you can research the industry trends, you can look at salary data, you can look at job descriptions, you can look at the kind of people that are successful in the kind of roles that you're interested in. So use LinkedIn. Another one that's great is Indeed, or you can also look on Glassdoor is another really good one, so that you can just gain an understanding of the current roles that are available, what it entails, and what the salary expectations are as well. Another great example here is you can use this platform called Udemy to explore the kind of skills or certifications that you might need in the chosen field that you're going for. Particularly if this is quite a large pivot that you're looking at, you will want to make sure that you've got some transferable skills there, or that you are able and willing to undertake the training necessary to get the qualifications that you need for that role that you're considering. I encourage you at this stage to reach out to people already in these roles and just ask for a bit of a chat. It's a really good way to get firsthand insights, and it starts you building a network in the field that you're looking at moving into as well. So you can just do a little bit of a search. For example, if you're going for a digital marketing manager role, you can search that in LinkedIn, see what people in your current network are actually working in that area. And yeah, just have a coffee, have a chat, ask one or two really targeted questions. Don't make it too broad. As specific as possible is going to make it easy for them to reply to. You don't want them to have to think, oh my goodness, it's going to take half an hour for me to get back to this message. Try and keep your question like just do one or two really specific ideas that they can easily get back to on LinkedIn. So a great example here from a recent client of mine. So he made a transition from facilities management into operations. And he spent weeks researching roles and he did start networking with industry professionals. In fact, he actually got out there in person as well and attended some workshops. And look, this on the ground research really gave him clarity and also confidence in order to be able to move forward in his career change. So, some of the questions that I would encourage you to ask at this stage of your research is make some notes around what would an average day look like in this role and what further skills would you need. Make some really solid research around the earning potential of this career and see if it's going to align with what your lifestyle goals are. But also make some notes around what compromises, if any, you would need to make in order to go all in a career in this industry. Have a little bit of a think about what your life might look long term if you did pursue this career. And make a note on any big pros or cons that stand out as it relates to this idea. And then we are ready for step 5, which is the final checklist. So you've done the research on those top 3 ideas, made a whole bunch of notes. Now it's time to the final test. We're going to use this checklist here to determine if your chosen career aligns with your vision of success. What we're going to do here is we're going to assess it against just 3 items. So ask yourself for this idea, does this job align with your core values and the life that you want to create? So, for example, if you value creativity, does this career offer enough creative freedom? So, if yes, great, it gets a tick. Next question to ask is strengths. Does this role allow you to use your best skills? So, for example, when you were doing your skills assessment, it came out that you're really analytical. Ask yourself, does this job offer opportunities for strategic thinking? If yes, great, it gets a tick. And the third checkpoint here is success. So, will this job help you achieve your personal definition of success that we got in touch with in point 1? So, whether that's financial stability, that work life balance, or personal growth, as well as a really big aspect to consider here, does this align with your current vision and definition of success? So, one of my recent clients, she used this checklist to transition from event planning into a corporate EA role. So, when we reviewed her values, her strengths, her definition of success, it really helped us to understand that this role was going to be truly aligned with her future goals. So, trust your intuition in this step. You will know which path is right for you. And I want you to highlight out of those 3 that you researched, the one career that stands out and visualize it as your reality. This isn't a dream, it's actually a commitment to your future. So just try that on, sleep on it, and see how it feels. Ask yourself, does this job align with my core values and the vision that I have for my life? All right. So we are going to wrap up. We've come full circle. So we started by defining your definition of success. We looked at identifying your strengths, we did some brainstorming, and we researched potential career ideas. Now you're ready to take that bold step forward to your dream career. Because remember the inspiring people that we spoke about throughout today's masterclass. There are a whole lot of examples there. They were all once in your shoes, unsure of their next steps, feeling a bit lost, but they followed their passion and they found success on their terms. And now it's your turn. And remember, you don't need to have all the answers right now. One of my favorite quotes from Marie Forleo, and she says that clarity comes from engagement, not thought. So, what she means by that is take that first step, and the next one will become clear. So, whether you're looking to take a small step or a giant leap, you're creating a career that works for you here, and you don't have to do it alone. If you would like some help, please do feel free to reach out to me. You can follow me on LinkedIn and just send me a message, or you can make a booking with me for a career coaching session after today's event. I would love to provide you with some support to get in touch with what your definition of success is, what your skills and strengths are, how we can bridge any gaps towards the direction that you want to go and make that successful transition in your life. I also do resume writing and interview prep. So feel free to reach out. I'm here to support you every single step of the way. And I hope that you have a lot of fun going through those 5 steps and making some really good decisions about your next step forward. I am here to help and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Thank you for joining me today. Bye for now.